to if you feel like it.
And same for me, but also just keep in mind that I'm tuned down the whole step.
Okay, I'm actually like not a lead guitar player, really, like, so I don't want to mess anything up for you. So 3 songs, I gotta narrow this down.
I mean, we'll have time for more. That's just what we've been averaging.
Cool.
Like, I should say we'll do at least 3 songs each.
Okay. Cool. I gotta do Why Don't You Surf Anymore? Oh, what's that one that you did? First time I heard it was in LA. And it was the one where everyone was like,
Oh,
Hawaii night?
Yeah. At Hotel Cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I love that song.
Okay, deal. I've never played that song acoustically before, so I'm down.
Yeah, that song definitely stood out to me and everybody. I think everyone loved that.
All right, we got the green light. Let's do this. Happy Monday, everyone. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Thank you for hanging out with us in here in the room, outside as well. Welcome to the Artist Living Room. My name is Evan Khay. I have the honor of hosting this every single Monday afternoon here at Workplay. Thank you to Philip and the crew here at Workplay for having us. Essentially, this is a songwriter in the round kind of show. So every week we're going to have a different guest, and it's an open invitation to whoever musicians want to come through and showcase some of their original music. And today's a very, very special day because I have not yet been able to share a stage with this woman yet, and I'm very excited that this is the time that we get to share the stage together for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Kimberly June. Thank you so much for being here. It is an honor to have you here. So the way that this works is we'll give KJ as a I've kind of just by happenstance just been calling you. We'll give Kimberly June a second to introduce herself, kind of give you a little bit of backstory about how she kind of started with her artistry and her songwriting, and then she'll kick us off with the first song, and then we'll just kind of go back and forth for maybe about an hour or so. And thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Kimberly June.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm actually visiting from the Big Island, from Kona. Before Kona, I was in Nashville, Tennessee for 5 years, and I went to Belmont University and signed my first publishing deal when I was 20 years old. Spent a few years writing in the country music industry, decided that country was not my forte. Now it came naturally to me, and I came out to Hawaii to hit the reset button about 9 years ago. And since then, I've just been playing all over Hawaii and the West Coast. And just writing songs that come from a much deeper place in this time of my life. I'm trying to decide what to start with here.
Well, how about we break the ice with this? We've been encouraging the artists that come on the show to share at least a snippet of the first song that they wrote.
Oh,
Can
my
you
God.
remember that? Can you remember,
Oh,
first of all?
man. The
Or
first
like
song I wrote-
toward the earlier version of the catalog? Is there a
Oh my goodness, there's so many. Okay, a snippet. Let's see here. This is embarrassing.
I'll do mine after.
I have not played this in so long, so I don't know if I'm gonna get it right, but everyone wants to play guitar, be on stage, be a star, but I want you. Everyone wants to look like her with bleach blonde hair and big blue eyes, but I want you. And I know I don't have much to give to you, but when I say I love you, baby, it's true. And there's nothing else that could keep me satisfied than to hold you in my arms while we're swaying side to side to my favorite song, and the lights down low. And if I don't know what love is now, I guess I'll never know. All right, I think that's enough of that one.
Yes.
That's little
What are
baby
you
KJ.
talking about? Oh, that was amazing. Okay.
Thank you. That was when I was probably like 19 or something.
Oh,
Young love.
let's see if I can find. I need the lyrics for mine.
It's funny, as artists, even songs that we've written a few years ago,
Right.
we can look back and just cringe at it because
Oh,
we
yeah.
keep growing at such a rapid pace.
Let's see. I've actually never played this one live before. Normally by the time, like, sometimes the only time I've really done it is when we've had like 3 or 4 people on the stage, so that by the time it gets to me, I get to bail out of it. But it's the first time I'm singing this song live, so.
This is baby Evan.
This is 15-year-old Evan writing a song to win a girl over. And I married her, so I guess it worked.
That's amazing.
Every time I see you smile, you make my world shine brighter than the stars in the sky. Your eyes glow like diamonds in the light, and I know you make everything alright. Baby girl, you're dancing around my heart. Now you got me thinking, how did this all start? You left me speechless, flooded by all these questions. How you fell in love with me, and I'm blessed just to know you, let alone love you. And I don't wanna see you run away from me after things are going right. I just need to ask one thing of you tonight. Will you be my princess tonight? Will you be my princess tonight? Something like that. I've never sang that before in mine.
Wait,
Well,
so you were playing like licks like that when you were 15?
Yeah, because I learned, well, not like that. It was the intro of the song was. That was the original lick of the song, because I was a really big fan of oh my gosh. It's a Justin Timberlake song, but I don't know. Oh, I actually stole the chords. That's why I never play it out loud, because it's actually the chord progression from that song. It's when all the love feels gone and you can't carry on. Don't worry, girl, I'm gonna take it from here. Just as sure as the sun will shine every morning, every time. Don't worry, girl, I'm gonna take it from here. So in learning that song, I wrote another song to the progression. So at some point I need to change it, but I've never bothered trying to change it. So that's just been the whole song. But yeah. Write songs for people that you love because they might want to love you back afterwards. So we were talking a little bit before we started about this being the house, the Workplay House Taylor GS Mini. You're normally a Cordoba girl.
Yes.
Right. And every time I see you, you have your like 3/4 guitar. Is it a guitar lele or is it an actual
that's why you see me with that one because that's the one I travel with. But at home I play like a normal sized classical guitar.
Right.
It's a hybrid actually. Cordoba makes a lot of really great hybrid guitars if you want to play classical, but you don't want the big fat neck.
Right.
Yeah. So, and they're sending me a new one. I cannot wait
Sick.
for. Oh my gosh, I've just been like checking my mail
Right.
every day.
So in that, since you're normally like a nylon guitar kind of player, how does playing nylon guitar kind of has it informed your like songwriting kind of playing style?
I think it definitely makes me write a little bit more jazzy, classical, Latin influenced lyrics and melodies. I just find I learned how to play guitar on a nylon string actually in the Dominican Republic growing up. That's another whole story, but I grew up in the Dominican Republic for all my junior high and high school years.
Right.
And just grew up in Latin culture, being the gringa, the minority. But yeah, and I played steel string, but the reason I started playing nylon string is actually because my fingers were hurting.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yep.
100% fair.
But, oh, is my guitar off? There we go. Well, since I brought up the Dominican, I'll play you guys an original song. The first song I've written in Spanish.
Yes.
Not the last. This is going to be the first time I play it on a steel string, though.
It's going to be amazing.
Su confianza, como él toca esa guitarra, no sé, me siento caliente, discúlpame. Yo quiero ser las cuerdas cuando él toca, cuando en su pecho él arraiga la guitarra. Juntos permanecemos, juntos estaremos por siempre. Juntos permanecemos, juntos estaremos por siempre, por siempre. ¿Y qué voy a hacer ahora? Es que me siento enamorada, bueno, no sé, emocionada, discúlpame. Yo quiero ser el ritmo cuando él toca, cuando en su pecho él arraiga la guitarra. Juntos permanecemos, juntos estaremos por siempre. Juntos permanecemos, juntos estaremos por siempre. No sé cuánto tiempo esperaré, pero sé que él también va a caer por siempre. Perdí mi corazón en la vena, mi corazón en la vena, ya lo perdí en la pena. Perdí mi corazón en la vena, mi corazón en la vena, ya lo perdí en la vena, ya lo perdí vendrá. Ya lo perdí. No sé cuánto tiempo esperaré, pero sé que él también va a caer. No sé cuánto tiempo esperaré, pero sé que él también va a caer. No sé cuánto tiempo esperaré, pero sé que él también va a caer. No sé cuánto tiempo esperaré, pero sé que él también va a caer por siempre. Por siempre. Por siempre.
Yeah. Oh, that was beautiful. I love
Gracias.
that. As you were playing that song, I got a text from one of the staff members to play this particular song. So I'm going to get it out of the way because this is probably the most complicated song that I have. And I'm going to try my best to remember the words while actually staring at what the chords are because we asked, I asked my producer, Emu Garza, to take this song and kind of build it from the ground up because for the life of me, and maybe you've kind of hit these kind of creative roadblocks, for lack of a better word, but because I write almost all of my songs on a guitar, it's really difficult for me to not pull the same tools from the toolbox every song. You know, it's like that. What's that? You know, it's the stop this train. I wanna get. It's like, oh, I love this song, but I'm also gonna pull this same tool for. Who says it can't get stoned? Turn off the lights and the telephone. Two great songs. Right, exactly. Fun fact, my Imua, my producer, is a huge Beatles fan. So, right? If you listen to the intro of my first song, Come Back Home to Me, it sounds like just enough that I played Blackbird and then stupidly immediately went into Come Back Home to Me after. They were like, oh, I see where the correlation is. But I feel like I was pulling from the same tools from the toolbox that I made Imua redo this entire song. So I wrote the lyrics over this like loop from a bunch of jam card musicians, and he deleted my entire loop, and he goes, okay, sing the song back to me. And I went, I think I did. And then he wrote the first chord. It's like, and he's like playing guitar. And he goes, keep going. And we're going measure by measure, rewriting the entire like chord progression of the song. And I'm going to try my best to see how much of the lyrics I've memorized while looking at the chord sheet. Because a chord like a G13 sharp 11 scares a lot of people. So.
Well, he sounds like an amazing producer.
Yeah. His name, like a lot of the people that have been on this stage are friends of mine, and because they're friends of mine, a lot of them have also come through Imua's studio. So his name comes up like almost every week, and I love you, Imua, and you know that. So we're gonna try and see how this goes. I did just a little bit. Alright for myself, or just being a kid to you. Writing sad songs while I hear you screaming at me. Do you have to be a sad boy? I mean, yeah, probably. Half good people don't make a lot of enemies. Half good voices don't need a lot of therapy. Knowledge is a power, but you don't know everything I wanted you to know now. I know I tend to get a bit complacent, and I'm thankful that you're giving me your patience. But I need to let you know that I'm scared of letting go. Cause I think that I'm befriending all my demons. So overcompensate the way that I was treated. Well, I need to let you know that I'm scared of letting go. Should I leave it? Let it breathe a bit. Do I watch you as you jump to your conclusions? Sorting useless information as I waste my time. Cause I can't seem to get your judgment out of my mind. You won't get love if you don't stay memorable. You can't get hurt if you don't get vulnerable. Deprecation is a virtue, but you won't need to give it if I do it on my own. Now I know I tend to get a bit complacent, and I'm thankful that you're giving me your patience. But I need to let you know that I'm scared of letting go. Cause I think that I've befriended all my demons to overcompensate the way that I was treated. Well, I need to let you know that I'm scared of letting go. Now I know I tend to get a bit complacent, and I'm thankful that you're giving me your patience. Well, I need to let you know that I'm scared of letting go. Cause I think that I've befriended all my demons to overcompensate the way that I was treated. Well, I need to let you know that I'm scared of letting go. Cause I know I tend to get a bit complacent, and I'm thankful that you're giving me your patience. But I need to let you know that I'm scared of letting go. Cause I think that I've befriended all my demons to overcompensate the way that I was treated. Well, I need to let you know that I'm scared of letting go. Something like that.
Yeah.
That song is too hard. I need a. That's the one. Thank you. That's the one song where I tell someone always calls it because it's. I love that song and it's probably one of my favorite songs that I've ever written. But at the same time, my band, like that's the one song that we have to play the tracks to, and because there's so much going on in that song. That's one of the songs where it's either solo acoustic or full-on production with the track. And we haven't really found the middle ground in between of getting the message through without someone going, oh, I missed that part, or I missed this part, because it's just Jacob. I was on a Jacob Collier kick. That's what happened. I was on a Jacob Collier kick when I wrote that song, and I was just forcing Imua to be like, no, make it crazy. I want Paul Nelson, who is essentially like the guy that I call on. He plays bass and guitar for me, and he'll also be here tonight for Workfan Live Band Karaoke. And he's the guy where it's like, he's the guy I task with to help me with the sheet music and everything. So he is like, I want him to sweat a little bit. Masochistically, I want him to stress out over this song because if he can nail it, we're all set. So thank you, Ella, for asking me to play that song.
Yeah, who did you write that with?
I wrote that. Funny enough, I wrote that with my wife, and that was a song where I was like stuck on this one part, and I remember like I wrote this song in the lockdown, so I had like the idea of it all, and I was like writing it at home, and I was just stuck. And it was my wife that like, my wife is like a sniper when it comes to like she's helped me with like Used to Be, and she's helped me with a bunch of other like projects, and I was stuck on this one thing. And my wife is really good about like making sure that I see things from a different, like a fresh perspective. So like if I hold my phone like this, and I go, oh, this is what I'm used to. And then she said, okay, well, what if you look at it this way?
Yeah.
And I go, oh, I've never seen this side of it before. And my wife is really good with that, and she's actually the one that I credit with making, like, getting the song to the finish line. So
Amazing. I love that. It's like she's an extension of you because,
Yeah.
yes, 100%. I'm actually, you need to make me a playlist because I think we have different taste in music.
I think so.
Different musical influences, 100%. I mean, I came from the East Coast, and but I love that shit. And you mentioned a name of somebody that you were on a kick.
Yeah,
Who?
Jacob Collier.
Jacob Collier. Okay, I've never heard his name before.
Oh my gosh.
So you need to make me a playlist.
Deal. I got you. I got you.
Please, please. Sierra Blackford always makes me playlists.
I
she
love
really,
Sierra
oh
Blacks
my God.
so much.
I'm gonna celebrate her birthday with her in LA at the end of this month. So
Yes.
I'm excited. All right, so so you were talking about how, well, you didn't say this, but I'm gonna just say the greatest artists steal from other artists.
Yes.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah. So I was listening to a lot of James Bay.
Yes.
Which everybody knows James Bay. It's not an obscure name. And he plays a lot of these chords, you know, like those open, you know. And then I was playing his stuff, and then I heard this song come to mind. And I wrote this song based on his chords, and then happened to also hear another song in it. So I'll just, I'll start with my song. Remember that dream? We were kids, peace and love and happiness. I know we're all born with that same longing inside. But little by little, life chips away, and that big old heart is sure to break. Things just get so complicated, and we don't know why, so we build a wall. So we build these walls. I just wanna love and be loved. I just wanna love and be loved. And what are you chasing? When you got it, don't it make you feel good? Leave you feeling satisfied, whole inside. Did you trade your soul in for your pride? Is there a hole in your half-empty glass? Keep filling it up, but it never lasts. Don't you wanna love and be loved? I just wanna love and be loved. I just wanna love and be loved. Ooh, I believe when it all comes down to it, it's enough to just love and be loved. This one big world we're walking on, singing different melodies, but still the same song. We just wanna love and be loved. Ooh, I believe when it all comes down to it, it's enough to just love and be loved. Ooh, I believe that things are looking up. We just love and be loved. I just wanna love and be loved. I just wanna love and be until it's enough to just love and be loved.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. And then the other song was.
Yes. Oh, sorry, I got too excited.
Wait, hold on, but I gotta change the key for this one. There it is. You got a fast car. I want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we can make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. You got a fast car. We go cruise and entertain ourselves. I still ain't got a job. And I work in the market as a checkout girl. I know things will get better. You'll find a job and I'll get promoted. We'll move out of the shelter. Buy a bigger house and live in the suburbs. You got a fast car. Is it fast enough so we can fly away? We gotta make a decision. Be tonight or live and die this way. Cause I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast, I felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us, and your arms felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged, and I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. Man's got a problem. If this bottom bottle is the way it is, said his body's too old for working. Think his body's too young to look like his. Mom went off and left him. Wanted more from life than he could give. I said, somebody's gotta take care of him. So I quit school, that's what I did. I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast, I felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us, and your arms felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged, and I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. You got a fast car. Now I've got a job that pays all our bills. You stay out late, drinking at the bar. See more of your friends than you do your own kids. I'd always hope for better. I thought maybe together you and me would find it. I've got no plans, I ain't going nowhere. So take your fast car and keep on driving. Like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us, and your arms felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged, and I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. got a fast car. Is it fast enough so you can fly away? We gotta make a decision to leave tonight or live and die this way.
Yes. I love that song so much.
Me too.
Round of applause from me. Okay. On that, I'll do one of those things too. So,
I did not write that song, just to clarify.
yeah. So,
Inspired me.
tangent, just because in my opinion, finding resources on how to be a better songwriter is amazing. But the core of being a songwriter is being able to figure out how to channel your artistry. And the book that really helped me, because we were talking about like stealing, for lack of a better word, from artists and kind of utilizing the things that we love that made us want to pursue this, and kind of taking those shades and hues of colors and putting it into our own work. I'm blanking on the first name. I believe it's Austin Kleon. That's Kleon, I think. The book's called Steal Like an Artist, and it is an incredible book about how to properly kind of utilize those ideas. So check that out if you can. But
I feel like a lot of times when I'm stealing, it's actually a subconscious thing. Like,
right,
I write something and then I'm like, wait, is this something already? Am I
Right.
stealing this? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
right. But it's the middle of the Venn diagram between what made you love that song and what makes your song loved by you. That is kind of the best medium of trying to find out if you're actually like, that chord progression needs to change at some point. But in that, kind of similarly, like subconsciously, my mom loved Shania Twain. So there was Shania Twain in my house,
Let's go, girls.
That was for Phil. But on that, there was a song that I really grew up listening and loving. And when I finally wrote the song that would end up being my debut single as a recording artist, I didn't realize it until after that where my influence came from for that song. So this song was written as a conversation, but in the beginning, when I first wrote my first album and I was in the studio working on it, as independent artists, we're doing everything ourselves, paying for the music, paying for the time in the studio, paying for all the people, compensating all the people that are a part of the project and stuff like that. So I really wanted to have this song be a duet originally on the album, and it ended up just being me. So, which is why I decided to make it a duet with a friend of ours named Kelana. And
Oh my God, Kaylana, shout out to her.
Yes,
Her voice is
she's stunning.
butter.
So I ended up doing this as a cover, essentially doing a duet remix of this song with her, just because I wanted to tell the story how I intended it to be written. So I'll sing my song first, and then kind of like what you did, I'll wedge in the song after that. I realized after that's like me loving that song and loving the memory of how that song was integrated into my life is kind of what led me to steal it. So that's a song called Come Back Home to Me. There's no need to silently I'll set you free from your insecurities. They say home is where the heart is. My heart longs for more. They say love, it can't be broken, but time's running short. Call out to me, call out to me, call out to me, call out to me. Give me your fears and come back home to me. Let me be the light when you can't see. Through the haze, I will keep you safe. They say home can be a shelter, but I'm fighting war. They say love, it can't be broken, but time's running short. Call out to me, call out to me, call out to me, call out to me. Give me your fears and come back home to me. In your arms, I can still feel the wave on me when you hold me. Still the words you whispered when you told me. I can still remember in your heart, and there ain't no way I'm letting you go now. There ain't no way, and there ain't no I'll never see that day. 'Cause I'm keeping you forever and for always. We'll be together all of our days. Wanna wake up every morning to your sweet face. Always.
I love that song.
I love that song too. Thank you very much.
Your song is amazing. I grew up with a lot of Shania Twain too.
Yeah. It was a weird like mixtape in my house because so my grandmother lived with me, my maternal grandmother. So she had her own music taste. My mom had hers and my dad had his, and they were all different from each other. So it was this weird, like, it would not, if I were to queue up that entire playlist on the music system here, it would be whack, to be
like
completely
the
honest.
gears would grind.
Yeah, it would be Elvis, Bill Withers, Donny Osmond, Shania Twain, like OG Maroon 5, Spyro Gyra, Dave Koz, and then George Benson, and then like Gavin DeGraw. And it was weird. It was all over the place.
That's great for you because that gives you a very well-rounded musical influence.
Right. And like, I think the reason why it was so easy to fall into the type of music that I play professionally, like I don't really play Hawaiian music and reggae music because I didn't grow up in that house. You know, my maternal grandfather was a colonel in the army in World War II, and he It was still in the era of like, well, my grandmother was alive when Hawaii was still a kingdom,
Oh wow.
you know, and because that was like like 1940-ish, right? When Hawaii became a kingdom, I think ish.
Asking the wrong person over.
Right. So my grandmother was alive then. So so it was really interesting to kind of grow up in such an American household. Like this was still the era when, like, for my grandmother, she discouraged her children from learning Hawaiian language because it was still kind of like taboo during that period of time. Like in the my mom was born in 1964, so and she's the third of 4 children. So to still be, growing up in the mid 1950s, late 1940s, all the way up until I think the youngest in her family was maybe 1969, something like that.
Wow.
So growing up in that time where Hawaiian language and Hawaiian music was kind of looked down upon, it really kind of set a unique vibe for me going to a school like Kamehameha where it's Hawaiian language, ride till you die, and I didn't speak a lick of it, and I still barely do. But I feel like it informed a lot of the music that I'm doing now, and I have more of a color palette to choose from. I have the 128 color crayon box with the sharpener in the back just because, I have so many different options to choose from musically.
Totally.
So, but
That's awesome.
yeah.
How Hawaiian are you?
Too much for me not to speak Hawaiian. I'll say that. I think my blood I've only been told it when I was a kid, because when you attend a school like Kamehameha, you have to prove your blood quantum, and I think it was like over a quarter Hawaiian.
Cool.
So too much for me to not at least be able to professionally sing and speak Hawaiian. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Did you go to school with Aaron Domingo?
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
He's a
cool.
couple, I think he's older than me by a couple classes,
He's probably
but...
like 30, 32 by now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so probably, like, he's probably, what, class of 09, maybe? If I'm doing that math correctly.
Yeah.
So,
Cool. That's how
Yeah.
I ended up here, actually.
really?
Aaron Domingo, shout out to Aaron. He is born and raised here
Right.
in Honolulu, but he moved to Nashville, and we both went to Belmont
Oh, gotcha.
University. And so I worked at a publishing company, and I hired him as my intern. But we were the
Sick.
same age, so it's kind
Sick.
of weird. I was like, I feel weird telling you what to do, but
It's always weird because I'm like the youngest in every group that I'm in, and I'm usually always like the band leader, music director. So it's weird as like a 27-year-old to be like, hey, guy that I know has had like at least 7 more years of music experience than me, do what I say.
Yeah.
It's always a weird dynamic.
Totally.
I think we got time for like one more each. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? If you don't mind, I'm going to go so that we can end with you.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds great.
Let's see. I'm just going to go through my list of songs. I have this like this like folder of notes that I just... Oh, okay. I'm trying to pick songs that I haven't played in the Artist Living Room show before. But I forgot in doing that there was a song that you had talked about earlier. So I'm going to play it now before I forget, because I'm the worst. My memory is the worst.
I love
so-
this song so much.
So this song, I wrote it maybe like mid 2019.
So it's vintage at this point.
Yeah, it's vintage. 50 years ago in 2019. And I remember getting asked by a mutual friend of ours, Sierra Blacks, to be one of the artists at a Hawaii night at Hotel Cafe. And that was maybe my 3rd time playing at Hotel Cafe in Los Angeles. And it's a beautiful venue, and I love every time I get to play there. But this time was different because I remember this was like maybe January 2020. So I would be listening to, you know, on Spotify, they have this playlist called Daily Drive, which is essentially like a curated playlist of all your favorite songs with like mini podcasts in between. So it starts off with like, this is your daily drive, a mix of news and music or whatever. And then it launches to NPR. So it'd be like a 5-minute NPR thing. And it was talking about like COVID right at the beginning, you know.
Yeah.
It was like, it was still in the east part of the world. And I remember driving to the venue going, shoot, if this gets crazy, this might be my last time playing here. And it ended up being, as of right now, my last time playing at Hotel Cafe. And I remember this song. I had a track rig set up because I was solo acoustic with a track rig, but I didn't really figure out how to use the track rig yet. So I couldn't like infinitely loop the song to make it, you know, 20 minutes. I just had to play the song top to bottom, and everyone loved it so much. I played it 3 times in a 40-minute set. You were there at the show, and it got so, I enjoyed it so much that I remember calling Imua Garza, my producer, on the flight home. I was at the airport about to catch my flight, knowing that he was already in the air coming to LA to attend the Grammys because he was nominated for a Grammy that year. And for Hawaiian Lullaby with Kimmy A.
Yeah.
And I remember leaving him a voicemail saying, "Hey, I know you're in the air. I just want to, this is no big deal. When you get back, I'd love to get back into the studio because I did this one song and everyone loved it, and I think it has potential of at least being a song that everyone likes." And it was. And we released it like, I think maybe beginning of April 2020. And I remember shooting the video at down the street over at Salt.
I haven't seen the video.
It's like this weird kaleidoscope video that I shot over at Salt. And I remember it was still like things were about to close. And I felt super weird, but I loved how the video turned out. That I remember having just my phone like on a little gimbal, and I'm essentially dancing around making all these like kaleidoscope moves. And I'm really glad I listened to Imua when he said to release it anyway. Because I was like, you know, I'm not sure, you know, things just started locking down. And he goes, no, release it. Because we had already sent it out to get released before the lockdowns happened in March 2020. So before all of the orders and the stay-at-home orders and stuff were set in place, the thing was already out to the distributors. And I was debating on pulling the plug. He goes, no, just commit. You already uploaded it. It's already ready to go. Just commit to it, because our job as musicians, especially in times like those, is to provide a sense of levity. So it's that like weird Charlie Puth vibe of, it's a really fun song with a very not so happy lyrical context. So I don't play this song solo acoustic, so we're just gonna see how this goes. It goes like, first time that I saw you, spotlight blocking out your eyes. It took less than a second for me to realize that you had me under your spell. It'll take a lot of effort for you to make me want you, because no matter how guilty I was, I did anything for you, because you knew how hard I feel. I need a little more time, cause I got too much on my mind, but I don't know what to do, cause you know I got a problem getting over you. I see you from time to time, but you're probably unaware. Maybe you're doing it on purpose, Maybe you don't care now, do you? Oh, do you? I need a little more time, 'cause I got too much on my mind, but I don't know what to do, 'cause you know I got a problem getting over you. I need a little more time, 'cause I got too much on my mind, but I don't know what to do, 'cause you know I got a problem getting over you. I need a little more time, 'cause I got too much on my mind, but I don't know what to do, 'cause you know I got a problem getting over you. I need a little more time, 'cause I got too much on my mind, but I don't know what to do, 'cause you know I got a problem getting over you. I love that song. Thank you very much. Fun fact about that song. I wrote that song in 2017. That was the longest period between writing it and releasing it that I think I've ever had. Because it was about a very sensitive subject, about a person that I had a feeling would find out about the song. Fast forward to mid 2018, this person wrote a song about me. So then I felt less bad about putting the song out and sharing it, because it was also just like, it's a vibe. Like, as songwriters, we have those types of songs where it's like, I don't feel this way now. I just needed to like open diary, get the feeling out, and just process it that way, and I'm good now. So this is that song for me, and the feeling with, you know, a lot of my friends and a lot of like my music, partners that knew who the song was about. They were like, "Oh, are you sure? Are you sure you want to release this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't care. I don't talk to this person anymore." They had first shot of writing a song about me, so now I get to write it's not a rebuttal, but it's like, if that line of communication is open, it's like, okay, I don't feel as bad, because nobody really associates that song with that direct person anymore. So, yeah.
Totally. I know what it's like to live in a small town. I mean, it's
Right.
not. I mean, this isn't a small town, but the community of musicians is very small.
It very much is.
Yeah. And so I actually am about to play a song that I wrote for another musician, or actually it was inspired by another musician.
Yes.
And I was not hesitant to start playing this out immediately, but. And I'm gonna tune this up because you just changed the strings, right?
Yeah.
Here. So yeah, when I first moved to Hawaii, I made out with this dude.
That's how all great first interactions start.
Yeah. But anyway, things didn't work out, and he took it very personally and has tried to make my life miserable for years. And I forget that he exists, but he's still, Anyway, this song's called "People Change," because they do. Like,
They do.
you can't hold against someone who they used to be, because we're always changing.
I wrote a whole song about it. I know exactly how you feel.
Yeah. So this is called "People Change." Here we go. No, I'm not perfect, but I never did anything to you. You felt rejected when it ended. Made it a point to act real rude, but that was so long ago. Tried to squash this shit 8 years ago. It's true, but you still talk about me. I'm sorry, I mean that much to you. Your trash could be my treasure. You think you're so much better. Does it give you pleasure putting me down after all these years? Look, here I am. People change, we grow, and you still stay the same. Blaming everybody else, so smooth, and that's your claim to fame. Even your own friends can't understand your ways, it's true. So here I am, people change. How about you take a look in the mirror, see things a little bit clearer? Cause all of the hate you see's got nothing to do with me. So go talk to my man about me. It's still the same old story. Everything you touch turns to dust, and I had enough. So here I am, people change, we grow, and you still stay the same. Blaming everybody else, so smooth, and that's your claim to fame. Even your old friends can't understand your ways, it's true. So here I am, people change. How about you? How about you? I'm sorry. I'm not used to this guitar. Your trash could be my treasure. You think you're so much better. Does it give you pleasure putting me down after all these years? So here I am, people change, we grow, and you still stay the same. Blaming everybody else, so smooth, and that's your claim to fame. Even your own friends can't understand your ways, it's true. So here I am, people change. And there you are, still the same. Here I am, people change. Oh, how about you? How about you?
That was so good.
Thank
Can we
you.
just now that I know what that song is about, and your man is over here at the corner of the bar singing along to the lyrics? Yes.
Yes.
I love that so much.
Thank you.
That is our time. Thanks so much for hanging out here at the Artist Living Room. Round of applause for Miss Kimberly June.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Evan.
No, of
Evan
course.
Khay over here.
Find her on Instagram at justkj.love.
Yes.
Got it. She's here visiting for the day. You're literally about to catch a flight in a couple of hours.
Yes.
So stay connected with her on social media. She's based on the Big Island. So stay connected with her. She's always around. And,
I'll be back at the end of the month, actually, playing
Yes.
at Maui Brewing Company, Waikiki, and Duke's Waikiki. So
Amazing.
check it out. It's on my Instagram.
Awesome.
my
And you're
schedule.
always welcome here whenever you're in town. So
Thank you.
guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out inside, outside. My name's Evan Khay. We'll see you next Monday on the Artist Living Room. Good night.
Aloha.